I've always admired you, not only for the basketball you played, but the defensive side of it. Me and Matt are two guys that really loved and took pride in playing defense. And you were one of the first ones of when I first started watching basketball to see take pride in it. And to be an eight-time, like that's a lot to me. But what made you take pride and what made you just want to be a defender?
Well, Jack, you know what? That was my sticking point when I got to the Lakers. Obviously, growing up here in California, Pasadena, what people don't know is that I was an offensive juggernaut when I went to junior college. I averaged 26 points a game at Pasadena City College. Went to New Mexico, and I think I got a change right there. My coach, Norm Ellenberger, was a defensive-minded coach. I finally get drafted by the Lakers, and Jerry West came up to me, the late, great Jerry West. He said, Coop, we got Magic, Kareem, Jamal Wilson, Norm Nixon. Ain't enough shots for you. So you got to play some defense. And that was my stronghold, and I stuck to it, and that was how I was going to stay there.
To get on the court.
Yeah.
You know, Greg Popovich told me that when I first got to San Antonio. He's like, you see all the stars you got, if you want to get on the court, you better play defense. Larry Bird, one of the best basketball players of all time, talked about you as being one of the best defenders ever. You was. How do you feel hearing it from a guy like Larry Bird?
You know what? One of the things, and we all know this, playing against your peers, you always want to be respected.
Right.
And he was one of the best. I never tried to hurt him or anything like that. Like, you know, Detroit had the Jordan rules and Philadelphia, and I just tried to play Larry head up and just play him as honest as I could, because the great ones, you're not going to affect them with that bullshit to come. You know, pulling their shirts, talking shit to him, but you couldn't talk to Larry because he ignored you. But to hear him say that shows me that the things that I was doing on the court was the right way to do it. And again, just being respected by your peers is always nice.
Take me into preparing for being one of the best defenders ever. Take me into preparing for guarding a star like Larry Bird. Like, what do you do? Like, how do you prepare for a game? Because, like, I don't know if they had scouting reports like they did back then, because we had scouting reports.
Yeah.
Did y'all have scouting reports as well on
We
players?
had scouting reports, but
Okay.
again, it was a lot of video. You know, we used to have beta and VHS, those
Yeah.
big things. So it was just a lot of video watching of him. Like, watched all his games back then. A lot of our games was on tape delay, so we had a chance to play. And then after the game, I would come home and watch our game and then watch his. So preparing for the great ones, though, is going to always be hard, because it's not about anybody in the NBA and in basketball in general can get a shot off.
Right.
And I think as a defensive-minded person, and Jack, you probably attest to this a little bit, all you want to do is affect their shot just
Make
a
it
little
difficult,
bit.
yeah.
Alter it, make them shoot a little bit higher. But the one thing that I've always recognized about great offensive players is there are spots on the court that they shoot the ball well from. And George Gervin told me, he said, Coop, listen, if I get to my spot, ain't shit you can do with me. So in thinking like that, my job was just to keep him off that spot. And Larry, that's what I tried to do with him. But, you know, people ask me all the time, who's the hardest player? And I always say him, because I played against Michael Jordan, George Gervin, Andrew Toney. And those guys, when they pass the ball, they have a tendency to take a break for a second. Larry never was going to take a break. Larry was going to go get an offensive rebound. He was going to go set a back pick. He was going to do something to impact that possession. So that's why he was the hardest.
He's about, what, 6'8", 6'9"?
6'9".
6'9", big.
Constantly on the moves, crazy.
This episode is brought to you by Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network. I know we stay joking, but let me take a second to put on my serious voice, because this isn't a joking matter. Me personally, I would never joke about a 5G network that has invested billions in building 5G towers across the country.
Me neither.
Not even once.
Me neither.
Feel me?
Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network and also provides coverage across 99% of America. Seriously. Visit boostmobile.com or your nearest Boost Mobile store for more information.
The Boost Mobile network, together with our roaming partners, covers 99% of the U.S. population. 5G speeds not available in all areas.